2025 NBA draft is officially over, but the Miami Heat have not stopped adding players to their roster. On today's show, we are going to look at the UDFAs Miami have signed and who will be on the Miami Heat Summer League roster, at least as of right now. I am Nick Roloff. This is the Heat Report by Chat Sports. But before we get into the UDFAs, I want to welcome those UDFAs and the newest Heat draft pick, Kasparas Jakučionis, to Miami. Jakučionis is in Miami with an introductory press conference today. Hit that thumbs up icon to welcome Jak and all the UDFAs to the 305. The first UDFA and the biggest one, literally and figuratively, is Vlad Golden, the big man from Michigan. And I am very excited about this addition to the roster. And I do want to make the announcement, this is a two-way contract. So this is someone Miami clearly prioritized grabbing in undrafted free agency. I had him as a draftable player. Not just draftable, I had him firmly as a second-round prospect. He was my 45th overall player on my big board, so I really like this value for the Heat. He has a lot of good things going for him, a lot of bad things, but I do really think this is someone who can make a difference for Miami. Ready for this, folks? He had a usage rate above 25% last year, a true shooting percentage above 65, an offensive rebound percentage above 10, and a block percentage above 5. The players over the last 15 years to have those numbers in a Power 5 conference, John Collins, Zach Edey, Zion Williamson, Kelly Olynyk, Daniel Gafford, Nick Ward, and Vlad Golden. So he is among some really solid NBA contributors with those advanced numbers. He started at Texas Tech for 1 year, then was on FAU, so was in Boca Raton for 3 years, helped them get to the Final Four, and then finished at Michigan. Excellent rebounder, as I mentioned. 10.9 offensive rebound percentage, 17.4 defensive rebound percentage. That would have been much higher if he didn't share the floor with Danny Wolf, who was picked in the first round, another 7-footer from Michigan. He finishes around the rim really well, 91st percentile at around the rim, 68%, 72% of his shots. He also is really good at grabbing rebounds and putting himself in the low post to generate the opponent having to foul him. He had a 59.8% free throw rate. He shot 73.1% at the line, so pretty good there. He's also extremely durable. Ready for this? Since his sophomore year, Golden played in all 144 possible games possible. Started all but one of them. This is a guy who's got massive size, is going to contribute to Miami. I truly do believe he will end up looking good in the Summer League squad, earning that two-way. I like what he can bring to the table. I had him graded out as a late second-round pick, 45th overall player. My player comp for him, y'all going to laugh at this, Dwayne Dedmon. Didn't know he was going to get taken by Miami. We all know how Dedmon was in a Heat uniform. But that's my player comp for Vlad Golden. I am excited that he is a part of this Heat roster now. Who is your Heat favorite UDFA? We only showed the first. There was 4 more, and then we'll look at the Summer League invites as well. But let me know who it was. I don't think there's a better option. But Vlad Golden, you can make an argument for this next player we'll talk about. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. The player I was just referring to was Steve Settle III, a wing from Temple. This is a very interesting player. This is also a player that rose up kind of boards from not even thought of to, all right, this guy could be an undrafted free agent. He's got excellent size. He worked out for Miami. The Heat did give him an Exhibit 10 contract, so this is not someone that's just getting a Summer League invite. This is someone they do want to have in their training camp as well when we get into September and October. Excellent size, 6'10", good wingspan. He's a little light on that frame. He will need to add weight to it. But he's an absolute sniper. Not asked to do a lot offensively for Temple. He was more used off the ball on the offensive glass and spot-up shooter, which he can do at an extremely high level. Shot 41.6% from beyond the arc for the Owls last season. Yeah, that will play. Okay rebounder as well. Averaged 6.2 boards a game last season. This is an interesting addition for the Miami Heat, though, because he's got great positional size. He's more of a 3 or 4 hybrid. He's almost like, I'm not saying this to be like a joke or anything, but like the way that you see like KD use his size to get shots up over smaller defenders on the perimeter. That is kind of what Steve Settle does. Do I think he's going to ever be a Durant? No, that would be absolutely effing insane. But that's just the type of shot making he possesses at his size. Oumar Ballo is another big man that the Heat add to their little summer league group as an undrafted free agent. And Settle got an Exhibit 10. Golden got a two-way. There are 3 players we'll talk about here. All just got summer league invites. But Oumar Ballo is a very interesting guy, and you can tell that there was a theme with these undrafted free agents Miami picked up. It is size, size, size. Oumar Ballo is a massive 7-foot center who has a lot of weight to him. He's a big fella, 265 pounds. Played at Arizona before transferring to play for Mike Woodson in Indiana this past season. A little bit of a disappointing player, I'll be honest, at the collegiate level. A lot of people thought he was going to be like one of the more dominant centers in all of college basketball when he played at Arizona and then Indiana. He never was really able to do that. He's got a lot of offensive kind of deficiencies, if you will. Doesn't finish around the rim at the best rate that you would expect him to, and his post footwork isn't the best either, but he's a big body who can crash the glass and will be an interesting kind of big man to work in rotation with Vlad Golden and Kel'el Ware. Yes, Kel'el Ware, we'll talk about this here in a second, in the Summer League squad. Marcus Williams will be added to the Summer League group as well as a Summer League invite for the San Francisco guard. And the first time Miami had a San Francisco guard. Shout out to Jamari Bouye from about 4 or 5 years ago. But this is a Summer League invite for Williams. Another player like Steve Settle that was reported the Heat had for a workout in their headquarters. He averaged 15 points a game last season for the Dons in the WCC. Also shot the ball pretty well, 48.3% from the field, 41% from beyond the arc, and a talented offensive guard. Doesn't have a lot of size to him, though, 6'2". We'll see how he can perform, though. This is a very interesting Summer League squad. We'll show the full roster here in a second, but I could see Marcus Williams carving out a little role for himself as one of their lead scorers in the backcourt. The final UDFA that Miami added to the Summer League squad is a fascinating one. I feel like I've said that for all of them, but I really do mean it with this one. Dain Dainja, the big man from Memphis. And just like Ballo, this mother effer is absolutely massive. 6'9", 271. Round, mound, and rebound. Get out the way inside, folks. You saw Oumar Ballo be 260 and change at 7 feet. Yeah, Dainja's about 4 inches shorter, yet 10 pounds heavier. This guy's a meatball, folks, and he will carve out space on the interior. He absolutely hooped in the first round of the NCAA tournament when Memphis fell as the 5 seed to the 12th seeded Colorado State Rams. He was doing everything in his power to get a win for the Tigers and Penny Hardaway. PJ Haggerty sold his bag, though. Dainja was unstoppable in that game. I don't know if he'll play more than a Vlad Golden or an Oumar Ballo on this Heat Summer League squad, but I'll tell you what, Heat fans should get to know the name because when he puts on a Heat uni and is bullying people on the interior with his size, people are going to really start to look at this guy in a different light. All right, those are the 5 UDFAs that Miami added to their kind of organization, whether it be Summer League or not. Hit that sub button because we're the #1 Heat YouTube channel there is. We put out daily content. We cover news, rumors, trade, UDFAs. We're 744 away from 24K. Appreciate the people who subscribed throughout the weekend during our draft coverage. We're going to continue to bring you top content here on YouTube. So let's go through the entire Heat Summer League roster at this point. There are some fascinating names we'll get to. Kasparas Jakučionis obviously is going to be the headliner here. Marcus Williams we already talked about. And then we have our guy Keshad Johnson making an appearance on the Summer League squad. I'm really excited for him. He has a guaranteed contract this year after Miami picked up his $2 million team option. A couple other names to keep an eye on. Bryson Warren played last year for Miami. Kiro Lewis Jr., we'll talk about him more in depth here in a second. Paul Larson's playing. Myron Gardner, a former G League guy. J.C. Butler was on the squad last year. And Javante Cook. And then the big men. We just basically talked about all of them. Steve Settle III, Dain Dainja, Vlad Golden, Oumar Ballo, and yes, you do see Kel'el Ware there. He is listed on the Summer League roster. I anticipate this being very similar to the Jaime Jaquez Jr. situation from a year ago. If you remember, Jaime played the first 2 games of Heat Summer League, averaged 28 points and like 8 rebounds, absolutely dominated. It was clear that he just was bullying people out there and shouldn't be allowed to play. I expect Kel'el Ware to be kind of the same thing, to where he plays in the first 1 or 2 games maybe, absolutely balls out, and they're like, all right, we don't want you to get hurt. We've seen enough. Kel'el, you can go back to the big leagues in Miami. But 14 players already on the roster. Pretty interesting stuff there. We might go back-to-back, though. I'm not kidding. It will depend on how much Kel'el Ware plays in Summer League. I don't anticipate it being a lot. Obviously, the Heat won the Summer League last season in Las Vegas. But with Jonas, with Hillel Larson probably playing the entire time, Kashad Johnson playing the entire time, Hillel and Kashad got a lot of run in the G League and dominated. They got some run in the main league as well. So I expect Miami Summer League squad to be pretty good. You also got a big man inside to dominate like Vlad Golden. Hey, Summer League's going to be a lot of fun for Miami this year, just like it was extremely fun last season when they won the whole thing. So let me know, how excited are you for the Heat Summer League? Scale it 1 to 10 for me down in the comment section. I'm pretty fired up for it. If we can, we will go live on the channel for some Summer League games. I am taking a couple vacations to Virginia Beach and Boston in July before we get things started up in the fall with football and the NBA again. So maybe we'll do some watch parties, maybe not, but I am pretty fired up to watch some of these Heat Summer League games. Now, I did want to talk about this real quick. I do find it interesting. Now, the Summer League roster for Miami could change. But as of right now, you did not see Isaiah Stevens on there. You did not see Josh Christopher on there. Christopher has been in the Heat organization the past couple of years. With him not being currently on a 2-way deal or in the Summer League roster, which even if he was on a 2-way deal, you'd imagine him being on the Summer League roster, that could end his run. It could also end Isaiah Stevens' run, which would be a little bit disappointing as well, in my opinion. I really like Isaiah Stevens, but he's not on the Summer League roster, and he should be if the Heat plan on keeping him around for another year. So Isaiah Stevens and Josh Christopher could be it for their time in this Heat organization. But a player I did want to talk more in depth about is Kira Lewis Jr. I meant to put guard for the Heat, so hand up. That's on me there, folks. But this is a young player, 24 years of age, was a first-round pick in 2020. 13th overall by the Pelicans when he came out of Alabama, one of those first couple of guards to play for Nate Oates after he took that job leaving Buffalo. He's played for New Orleans, Toronto, and Utah. He was not in the NBA last season. He played for the Washington Wizards G League team. You see he's actually got a Wizards uniform on. That was his photo from the last year, but he never really played for them. He's appeared in 131 games in his NBA career, averaging just 5 points a game. He has been very, very bad in terms of being able to put the ball in the bucket, under 40% from the field, under 30% from 3. And that's the story with Kira Lewis. He's just been unable to put it together. His calling card when he was drafted, he was extremely fast. And he's still an unbelievably quick guard and great athlete. He just is not someone that can finish or hit a shot from the perimeter. But having him be the backup point guard to Jonas on the Heat Summer League team, I will be excited to see a little look on him. I'll be honest. This is going to be an interesting name I'm keeping my eye on. It's going to be fun to see how he performs. And if there's a team to get a former lottery pick from 2020 and reform them, I would pick the Heat to be able to do that. So we'll see if they can actually pull it off. Be subscribed to the channel. NBA free agency gets started on Monday afternoon. We'll have a video going out tomorrow with the latest rumors on the Heat in free agency. Likely talking a lot about Jonathan Kuminga there, plus some free agent targets on Sunday before we get things started on Monday, where we will be live on the channel as well. So subscribe, and make sure you follow me over on Twitter as well, because when the Heat make moves, you'll learn about them first over there before we come on the channel and make a video. Under 50 followers away from 2,000. Help me out. Let's get there. Follow me, subscribe, and see you on the next video. Go Heat.